And that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. It's the first weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now Ryan on first down. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. Options galore here, second and a few inches.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a third down. Here's Ryan. And it's caught. Touchdown, Colts. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And running with power here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed, involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Ryan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Ryan. He'll check this down to Hines. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From the 16, Ryan. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
And just 19 sacks as a team last year, the 3rd lowest in the NFL. Yet this team still made the playoffs. With better pass rush as we just saw there, this team could have a longer stay as they seek a Super Bowl title.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Ryan. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line. Here we go. Sweetie! I got him.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Yannick Ngakoue. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. So that one will be accepted.
At 20. Mike 58 right there. Danny.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Taylor. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ryan. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. Campbell making the catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Ryan. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Blankenship out for the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Colts 21, Titans 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Tannehill going to hand to Henry on the option. First down and much more for Henry. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
59, ready.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's got room. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now it's Ryan. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Mo Alley-Cox in his 4th season now in the NFL had 31 catches for the Colts last year. Really starting to develop into an excellent target downfield. And there he picks up a 1st down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Six yards left on 2nd down. Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Titans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Play action. It's Tannehill. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Ryan. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Ryan. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, it's Taylor. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. This to Hines on the drop-off. Touchdown, Colts! Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Colts look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Colts 28, Titans 10. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
45 to Mike, 45.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Ryan wants to throw it. Catch made here by Campbell. 3 yards the game there, second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 44, Ryan throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle.